Can somebody come and save me? I just wanna know. I wanna know.
I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light. I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red.
It's a beautiful day. A beautiful day to stay inside and play a fishing game. Woo! Here we are again, everyone. Glad to be back. If you are between levels 30 and, we'll just go ahead and say 50, what should you do? Obviously, it should be obvious. Excuse me if you could hear that. St. Croix. St. Croix is the stop to go to, level 30, and San Joaquin follows shortly after that. Once you upgrade your keep net, you can go level 34, 35, 36. Let's see. There's got to be a keep net you can get. Where are we looking? Where are we looking? Level 34, 44. You want to make sure that you get this. The Gary Scott Fish Fort XL. Once you get that Fish Fort XL level 36, head to San Joaquin, go after those sturgeon. Until you do so, though, any 45-pound sturgeon you catch will be 1 pound over the max single fish weight. That's how they get you. That is how they get you. So, you need to make sure you have the Fish Fort XL, and that will allow you to catch the largest sturgeon that you can catch at San Joaquin at the moment. But with that out of the way, and now you know all that we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going to St. Croix, catching some pike, going to San Joaquin halfway through, catching some sturgeon. So all of you who are in the sturgeon or pike grind right now can join in for the live stream. That is really the goal. I guess I can finally get to the chat as we make our way to St. Croix. Let's do it. Who do we got in the chat? We've got Baltic Federation, that one guy who fishes, DG Squared, John P3F4B. How am I supposed to read that? Oh, he's shooting ducks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. John is here. Joel, Chris, Kristen Dial. That was Eastern Rail Fanning. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. That's great. Right as we're about to get in here and start catching some fish, eh? I'm gonna open up friends only room. I'm sure that there's gonna be a fair number of people who aren't friends with me at the moment, so we'll let me know in the chat if you're gonna send me a friend request. I'll get rid of. Why don't I just go ahead and get rid of 3 to 5 people in my friends list right now. That way we can welcome some people to join us here. I am sorry to those of you I let go. It is kind of at random. I kind of just look for the lowest level people possible and get rid of them. So that is how it's done. That is how I do. And please don't send me a friend request if you're not planning to come to San Joaquin or St. Croix, because that will just defeat the whole point of this, right? So let's go ahead. There was, 81. I thought that said 18. Trying to look for below 30, because those people definitely can't join us. There's one. That's number 3. Let's get 2 more. We'll allow for 5. Allow for 5 to join us. There we go. That's 4. Where are you? There you are. Okay. We got rid of 5. So that will allow for 5 new people to join in and do some fishing with us, maybe. Oh, already got a request. Boom! Got you. Got ya. All right. Oh, got another one. We're going. We're already going. Yeah, so you're at St. Croix, you're at San Joaquin. So if you want to stay at San Joaquin, feel free to do so. I'll get there halfway through the live stream. And then you can just join the friend group. But for now, we're going to make our way over to the Pike spot. See if we can catch some fish. Eh? Who else do we got? We got Wayne Polk, Ivan Marone's Hugh. Official Chosen is here. LD Gibson. 7 Rip D. RIPD. That's the one ghost cop people, right? Walleye for Life, John. Northeast Angling is here. How am I doing? I'm doing quite well. Thanks for asking, Northeast Angling. Hot Wheel Guy Jedi, Joel Man, Adventure with George, Kristen Dial again, Levi Hudgens. Now I need to scroll down to the chat. Derek Malovich is in the chat, I saw. Love that. Love to see that. 61 level. That's a good question. I really don't know off the top of my head. Marone River. Can you go to Marone River? We got Canadian Knight. I'm almost down to the bottom. Zachary Smeltzer, Kristen Dyer. Smeltzer, I hardly knew her. Ryan Pierce, Finley, Jessica, John. It's Chaz Blocks, Zachary again. I don't know why. I just read my brother's name is Zachary, obviously. So every time I see the name Zachary, I just go, oh, Zachary. I have some I have a rod stand, obviously, which will throw some match rods out. But then I also have this walker, and I thought we could catch some fish on the walker as well. We might even catch a muskie. We'll have to see. Let's try it. Let's try one cast, and then we'll go straight to the match rod. It's through the weeds, so we can't really see it. Won't be very exciting. Won't even be able to see when we got something that's going to come up and try and take it. Nope. All right. We gave it one cast. All right, let's get to the match rods here. We got shiners. So I've got Arctic's rods, 39 inches down at the moment. That's what the float's set at. These are 25 pounds, so you catch a pretty good size one, 30 pounds plus. You are going to have a little bit of a fight on your hands. But for the most part, ooh, look at that. That one's about to go. For the most part, these Arctic's 25-pound rods are pretty sweet. All right. You sent one? All right, I got it. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Well, although they're online right now. There we go. Got two others. Off to a decent start, though. We are on PC. That is true. Gotta make sure that's known. Are on PC, so if you're on Xbox or PlayStation and you're trying to join in, you will be terribly disappointed. Or you'll make a friend with a bow angles that is not me, which I have heard is a possibility. Cold Zero, hello. Pamela Duggar, hey Bo, this is Brandon. I do remember everything I said, but I haven't played Fishing Planet for a long time. Is that right? Taking out some line. That's a good sign. We are using the 7/0 shiners. I love using 7/0s on pike. If you've got the rods to play them, you know. You've got some weaker rods, it might be worth going down, even down to like a size 4/0. Can be just fine to catch some decent pike, even some trophies, and not meddle with unique territory most of the time. So that you're, honestly, there are definitely some pike out here that can just take you for a ride all the way down there, and then probably just break your line after all that. But here we go, starting off with a 21.29 pound trophy Northern Pike. 'Cause that's 773 XP, and both rods are off and away. Can we play this? I don't know. I have an opportunity to bow rush this. Little 10-pounder. Hurry, Hino! Yes! I am magnificent! I'll just pat myself on the back there. So long as we can get it in here. Here we go. Nice. Trophy and two 10, 11 pounders. 10 to 11 pounds. What do you play on Oboe? Send a friend request. Hey, Cold Zero. Haven't been able to catch the streams because I used to have stuff to do every Wednesday, but not anymore. You're free, bro. Very nice. Very nice. You were busy for a while, eh? What were you doing? What were you busy with? You don't have to tell us, I guess. Just curious. Curiosity. You know what it did to the cat. Got all 9 lives, I believe. Two bobbers getting messed with all of a sudden. No watch lure can I use at blue crab. Is that supposed to be bow? What lure should I use at blue crab? Lots of different lures you can use a blue crab. Medium spoons and crankbaits are going to be fairly universal. I love using buzzbaits because you can put on whatever soft plastic you want on the back of a buzzbait. And you can use it on top water. You can go underneath the surface, you know, under the surface, and catch fish that way too. I mean, it's just fun. I'm not sure if we're gonna get this fish. I think it banked itself. It did, and we still got it. 15.6 pound trophy Northern. John Edge with the $5 reenies. Thank you, and good shooting there, John. Appreciate it. That's awesome. We're off and away, everybody. We're killing it. We're killing it right now. Look at this, and we're surrounded by friends. This is great. I'm loving this. Even over here. I see you over there. This is great. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Oh, where are you at? Patty Cakes. We are at St. Croix at the moment. Did you mean which spawn point? We're at the Pike spawn point. Love your vids. Thank you, Official Chosen. How's it going today, Bo? King of Mayhem asks. it's going quite well. Going quite well. I had a great day. Even got out for a little bit of a run, which goes to show how well my knee is repairing, I suppose. So knee is feeling better, and I'm getting out for a run every now and then. So I did that, and came back and made some dinner. My wife came home, we had dinner, and then we just kind of relaxed for a bit before the live stream. So you couldn't ask for a better night, to be quite honest. You could, but you know, who wants to listen to that? So, here we are. Got that. Get this back out here. Does bottom fishing does work here. Yeah. I actually bought the 30-pound bottom sniper when my first playthrough. And would catch quite a few pike out here on the bottom sniper, and then use that bottom sniper to catch some of my first sturgeon at San Joaquin as well. So decent little rod. I don't think it's the best buy, but it was a decent rod at the time. I felt pretty good about it. Plus, anything with the word sniper in it is cool, so had to try it. The event is tomorrow. You think you will play even a little? I'm not sure if I'll play tomorrow. We'll just have to see. We will have to see. If there's always an opportunity that, like, my wife gets tired all of a sudden. She falls asleep at 7 o'clock in the evening, and I don't have anything to do, so I'm just like, well, maybe I'll just do a live stream for a little bit. So there's always possibility for that. No one's slip any sleeping pills into my wife's water or whatever. No one do anything like that. Just because we want a live stream. No, but yeah, it is kind of random. Can't really plan for it. 14-pound trophy Northern there. Very nice. Catching plenty of trophies. That's not too bad. Bro. Eric Court, hello. What's the fishery? Why are you back at St. Croix? Just because I want to. I wanted to be. Where do I catch trophy Northern Pike? Right here, man. This is where to be. John Edge, what's up? We're just living the dream, John. We're living the dream. Yeah, you're watching it in real time, Levi, where to catch trophy pike. Because we're catching... How many trophy pike have we caught so far? We have caught 3 trophy Northern Pike so far. So this is the spot. This is the spot. Maybe if we find a moment where there's some downtime, this one's getting messed with. But I'll show you the exact gear I'm using right now. Although I'm not sure how affordable it is. That third rod's about to go. Well, yeah, decent little setup. When I watch you go here and say Croix Free Fire series, it changed everything on my game. Definitely one of the best videos of that series. Oh, well, that's fantastic to see. Well, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the new series as soon as I get everything else in my life all ducks in a row, I suppose. So yeah, looking forward to it. Fishing plans, looking forward to it too. Now we got lots of stuff planned for the new series, so I'm really looking forward to it. You know, I'm sure some of you will roll your eyes at the whole idea, but this will be like the first series where we spend multiple videos at a single location. And some of those videos might be just like showing off different DLCs and stuff that you can use at those locations. If you are, there's so many times where people are like, I got $15 for my birthday, and I want to know what you recommend to buy. And I'm like, bro, I have no freaking idea what you should buy. So this will give you an opportunity to just go watch the series, see that, you know, we're using the carp kit at Genternusen Canal, or not Genternusen, but what's that other one? The freaking lakes. Can't even think what it's called at the moment. The German lake place with the construction area. What's that one called? Literally, I can only catch fish monsters after watching videos. Your tutorials are great. Well, fantastic. That's great. Glad to see that, John. What test is the line? Yeah, let me just go ahead and show you that real quick. So we are using Arctic's 13-foot 2s. You have to kind of work your way up to here, but from this point, you have to kind of go to Brutus rods. And I think that Brutus rods are a little too strong for pike. You know, they're like 30 pounds, so all of these like 7-10 pound pike and stuff, like they're gonna have majorly reduced XP because your rod's too strong. So I think the Arctic's 13-foot 2 is a really good middle area to be in. It's not too strong, but it's strong enough to handle most pike pretty easily. And then we have the Hornet Swarm 6000 on here. 24 pounds of drag, 35.5 inches of recovery. Not bad on the recovery. So you can get that line. And a lot of times the pike do some wacky things while they fight. So getting that lining fairly quick is a decent thing to do. Got a titanium leader on here, 22.2 pounds. And then we got 25-pound line. There's not much more to say about that. I will say one funny thing about this Hornet Swarm 6000 and why it's so perfect is that if you all remember the whole friction sections count and how to actually like, what am I trying to say? How to figure your like actual max drag, maximize your drag. You can take 24.2, which is our max drag that you see. I can't show my cursor on it, but under type ratio and max drag, you got 24.2. If you take that by the friction section count, which is just a ways down under drag front, you'll see that's 12. If you divide 24.2 divided by 12, and then multiply that by 11, which is 11 out of 12 friction sections, that is a long name. Thank you for the sub. You will find that it comes out to like 22.18 maximized drag. So that, which is hilarious because this leader is 22.2. It's literally 0.02 stronger than 11 out of 12 friction sections of this Hornet Swarm 6000. So I think that's really funny. I think that they kind of planned for it. It's too perfect not to be planned for. So I think this setup is kind of god tier as far as pike goes. But yeah, Shiners 7/0 hook can do much worse, I guess. I will say when I first started playing Fishing Planet with the setup like this, I feel like I caught a lot more uniques. But you know, do what you want to do, I guess. You can always put on a larger hook. But I think we found that there's just particular days that give better uniques than others. So I don't know. I don't know what's true. Is the event on mobile? I would think so. You went catfishing Friday and caught a 9-pounder. Nice. That's awesome. I'm in the UK. It's 1:46 a.m. right now, but it's worth it to see a bow live stream, of course. Oh, well, thank you, Tommy. Appreciate that. You're not level 30? Oh no. Went fishing last week, thought about overnight fishing. Sadly, it started pouring rain until 4 a.m., but still got a PP pike of 13 pounds. Very nice. That's awesome. We're in the spot, my man. How do you catch muskie? You know, in one of the last, was it a live stream or was it a video? I can't recall. We spent a little bit of time catching some muskies. And honestly, it all comes down to this spot right here. See my marker I have right there. You can come here in a boat and cast directly into that. Top water lures, jerk baits, whatever you want to use. I guess they're not. Are they jerk baits? They're not shaped like jerk baits. They are jerk baits, but yeah. So you can use one of these suckers as well. Cast it into these weeds over here. Pretty much any of the weeds. I will say you'll have a decent chance of catching a pike though. But if you get lucky, you might get yourself a muskie. Bull Rush. Is that a type of muskie? So, yep, just give her a go. Like I said, I like to use the topwater lures. I think that they're more fun to use. I feel like you have a decent chance of catching a muskie with them too. Sorry we can't see much from this angle, but just waiting for a bite on our pike rods at the moment. We're hooked up on something. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we just caught a muskie on the first try? Oh, baby. Are you serious right now? There we go. Well, proof is in the pudding right there, buddy. And the pudding is right over there by that marker. So, yeah. Good old tiger muskie. 9 pounds. Not very big, but it's $900. Not very big. And that, I think that's probably the biggest injustice about the pike and the muskie is that, you know, it's a 9.2 pound tiger muskie, and the XP and the money is roughly less, maybe a little bit. Maybe the XP is better, but the money's certainly not better than just like a northern pike around the same size. And I think muskies should be, you know, 1.5 to 2 times as much XP and money as a pike, but what can you do? You made it, Fishaholic. Fantastic. Glad you did. Glad you did. My wife's sending videos to me. Went to White Moose catching pike by a brick wall until I unlocked St. Croix. There you go. Fishing sturgeon right now in Norway. They fight like heck. G-Man Ellis, thanks for the sub. I bet they do. Yeah, I bet they do. I remember going after those sturgeon. I'm wondering if we need to change the time or if we should just reel in and try another cast. They're not like drifting into the lily pads. Oh, that was the wrong spot. You're in Australia. It's cold right now in marine study class. My goodness. It's cold. What's cold in Australia? I'm curious. You think of Australia being so warm, so how is like a cold day in Australia? Sanders, yeah, Sander Baggersey, that's what it is. Thank you. Yeah, if we get a carp kit and go to Sander Baggersey and use it or something like that, could be kind of fun. Could be kind of fun. Can you do a video on the Amazonian maze, please? Yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday, if we don't have anything better to do. I guess next week will be the anniversary, so we'll be doing the anniversary event. But yeah, so I'll definitely keep that in mind. Go to the Amazonian maze and do some fishing. W.H. Armin, hello, hello. How are you? Majesty 11'5" is pretty good too, at least for me. The Majesty should be pretty high, I would think. Yeah, because the Majesty's going to be stronger than the Brutus, so I would think the Majesty would be way overpowered for the pike. You'd be damaging the amount of XP you can get for them. Tarpoon Demon Sturgeon Demon. Wow, that's quite a name. Hi, hello, hello. Baseball Boy, hello. Sam 21. Bjorn Van Vick? Van Wick? Howdy, howdy. Omar Balkaran, hello. My brother's friend is only 13 and his PB is a 100-pound nurse shark, not even on a charter boat. Hot dang. That's awesome. That's fun. My dad actually hooked into a pretty good sized nurse shark. They weren't able to land it, but they were able to get it up to the surface and see how big it was, and it was big. It was a pretty good percentage of the boat they were on. So that's pretty cool. I'm level 53. Where should I go to level up? I'm thinking you should probably be at Weeping Willows, still catching lots of carp, unfortunately. Even after you get blue crab, you might find yourself going back to Weeping Willows for quite a while. You got a unique muskie, 54 pounds. Tell you what, guys, we might have to change time. Change the time and hope to catch some more fish. And we maxed out the amount of critters we could catch in our time. Certainly getting messed with now. They look like Pokeballs out there. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Watching crabhead guy over here. Finn's first fishing. 2 off and away at the moment. This one's taking out a line too. I like that. I like that. I like that. Where the party? Something like that. Where the party at? That's an old song. You're finally able to go carp fishing on Saturday and you're so excited. Hey, right on, man. That is awesome. Well, I am getting everything taken care of, I hope. Trophy North, about called it a Northern Pike. Trophy Northern Pike there, nice. Catching some trophies. Catching some trophies. Harpoon, yes, that's a name. It's kind of like it's kind of a cool like 80s karate name. Like Eagle Shark Tornado has entered the arena. Thank you for the sub there. Kia! You have an eagle, like hawk, screech every time you enter. Every time someone says your name. Eagle Shark Tornado! Yeah! It'll be pretty sick. I think, anyway. Don't you think? Cold to them has to be like 90 degrees. That's a take. Level 56 at Blue Crab, free to play all the way to 90 hours. Very nice, man. Very nice. I always get discouraged every time we talk about hours in this game because I've spent weeks playing Fishing Planet at this point. Oh god. 20.8086 Trophy Northern. Very nice. Working our way up to a unique anyway. 705 XP and some decent money. We're doing okay. I'm gonna toss this one over left. Over left. I think another thing we might try. I think I might throw on the third rod. I think I'll throw a large minnow on like a 9/0 hook or something like that. Just to see if we get lucky with a unique. Entice a big old unique. A unicorn to come over and grab the bait. You know what I mean? Are the taimen better than the sturgeon? I'm not really sure, to be quite honest. I don't know how consistent you can catch the taimen to fight the sturgeon, but after you've caught sturgeon for as long as you probably have, by the time you unlock the taimen, it's kind of nice to stop fishing for them and fish for something else. So I always recommend people leave San Joaquin and go fish for the taimen, because what you're looking for is just XP. Money really shouldn't matter by that point. You should have a ton of money. Now, I would say don't spend a lot of money because you'll still need it when you get to Blue Crab Island. Or not Blue Crab, Weeping Willows to buy carp gear and whatnot. But yeah, don't feel bad about spending a little bit of money to go catch some taimen. How cool would it be if this game added koi? It could be cool. It could be cool. Some reason, every time I see koi, I think of it as a pet. I don't know. There's ghost carp, which are kind of a cross of koi and common carp. And, you know, we can catch those in the game. But every time I see a koi, I just think that's someone's pet that we caught. And I don't know. That's just not as impressive to me. But it could be cool. 806-pound unique grouper. Very nice. That's a good one. How long was that fight, Cameron? I have more luck on shiner than small minnows for pike. Yeah, I don't use small minnows at all. I use shiners only. But we'll throw on a large minnow. So if I said small minnow earlier, then I meant to say large minnow. Trophy Northern 21.425. Decent. Let's just go ahead and switch up this first rod. Let's put do we have a 9/0 hook with us? We do. Do we have large minnows? We do. Everything is working perfectly. Let's toss this out and see if we get lucky. Another fish, another dollar. This is your first stream you've been in, Andrew Lou. Well, glad you made it. Glad you made it. It's always fun to see new people here. Get to chat. Where are you from? Tell us all about yourself. What are your dreams, aspirations? What's your great-grandma's name? All the important information. So much has happened since you last watched. Is that right? In your life or in mine? You might have to remind me what's happened in mine. It's just been a blur this whole past 2 weeks or so. Howdy do. Long time no see, my friend. Octeron! How are ya? What's new? What's going on? Super excited for the anniversary event. I am as well. I'm curious to see what it's all about and what we get from it and all that sort of stuff, so it will be cool to see. Level 48, where should I go? Where should you go? I don't know. Level 48. You should go either catch some taimen and have fun, and then come back and catch more sturgeon at San Joaquin. But you know, you just do what you want to do. I've started working at a new place now. It's a lot better. Hey, right on. Where's that at? Unless you don't want to say. You know, I don't want to pry. You know, I don't want anyone to say, "Oh, that Bo Angles, he's such a prior. He's always prying for things." What is a prior? Oh, it's just Richard Pryor. A noisy or inquisitive person. It sounds like something that could be a job. A professional prior of sorts. 1 to 2 minutes, bro. Or Bo, I was at the last stream and you talked about carp kit. Any update? What? I don't know what you're talking about. If there was such a thing, that'd be a huge secret. I don't understand. No, I wish I could tell you about it. I'm finalizing some last things, and I hope that the guy I'm waiting on to finishes it and get it over to me so I can finally get everything ready. I want to say I'm probably one to 2 weeks out, but we'll see. So, social security number. No, we don't need that. I don't know what to do with it. For one thing. Let's say sports number. That'd be much more important to me. Did you ever play a sport? Did you have a number in it? Instead of an SSN, I just want to know the SN, the sports number. So this is the 9/0 on the large minnow. Doesn't seem like a very big fish, but a fish with a big appetite. 10.2 pounds. You know, if the bad thing is that we catch a fish of the same size that we were catching, then I guess that's not a bad thing. Could be worse, you know. Do I have any plans for the weekend? Not necessarily. Just kind of working on the same stuff as always. Yeah, pretty much. Is the state fair going on this weekend? If so, we might run out and do that. Can't recall. Anyone else in Wisconsin going to the state fair? Boop, 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 boop. Both probably, dude, I got that job, then I quit. Now I'm working at a new place and going to college soon. Very cool, Luke Sports. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Terrorizing these pike today. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. 10.5. Come on. We're going for biggins. Give me the biggins. And some interest on that second rod, though. Third rod's just not doing anything at all. It's just doing nothing over there. Maybe I reel that one in and toss it back out. I don't like when the bobbers just sit there for too long, not doing anything. Makes me itch, like I need to do something about it. There we go. That's take. That's take. Is it a different spot for muskie on the bottom? I'm not really sure. I've never caught a muskie on a bottom rod, but I would assume it's just in the same spot. I really don't know. I know that people have caught muskie in pretty much any one of the locations that have lily pads. All the way down, you'll see there are multiple different spots where there's, you know, lily pads and whatnot. Over there and over there and all the way over there and everything. You can. There's like a chance of getting a muskie out of all those spots, but I haven't done it myself. I'll mess something up. Pressed a button that swapped the baits. Yeah, sure. Primo hoagie's not the best, but it's a stepping stone to what I want to do. I'm trying to become a cook. Hey, right on. I have a buddy who's a well, he's a chef, you know, and he loves it. He is a very hardworking guy, but he loves being a chef. He's like a chef at a restaurant and everything like that. Anytime we want to impress some people, we take him out to his restaurant and have a good meal. It's always fun. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. If you are ever in Kansas City, if you're ever in Kansas City and you want somewhere to eat, go to, let's see. Well, that was the last place. Gosh dang. Novel. Go to the place called Novel in Kansas City. Very good. Very good restaurant. Eat some good food. Boop, 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 boop. I'm here. Kind Aruta toe watch, but can definitely listen. What? Potatoes over the eyes currently. What are you on about? I have to go for a bit to eat dinner, but you'll be back. Hey, sounds good. 75 pounds of pike in 10 minutes. First time ever at St. Croix, you're in love. Yeah, that is basically St. Croix, right? Tons of fish. While I'm here, I need advice about something. What's that, Luke? Yo, use barbless 9/0 hooks. We are using well, we're not using barbless 9. We're using regular 9/0 hooks. There shouldn't be a difference between the two of them. Other than that, you get more XP for barbless. Jay, hey, what gives more XP, sturgeon or pike? You know, we did a video on this one time, and we compared the two over a I don't remember what it was, a half an hour, 15 minutes of fishing or whatever. And found that sturgeon just gave more of everything. They were just better. I think we did 3 trials, and in the one of the 3, the pike kind of came close. But if you just averaged all 3, the sturgeon won handedly over the pike every time. 3 to 4 pound smallmouth bass and caught some crawfish today. Very nice. That's awesome. You got some nice flash burns on the eyes today from the old. Didn't look away fast enough. Oh no. I honestly don't know what that looks like. I'll have to look up a picture to see flash burns on the eyes. Is it just kind of fuzzy or blurry, or hopefully nothing permanent, eh? What is tell us more. You're the one with the experience. I'm learning today more about welding. When in the past, when people have said, "Oh, I saw a flash and my eyes were burning," it's usually because they saw their grandma naked or something like that. So I'm curious to learn more. Welding, flashing, and eyes burning. I won't be going to the Wisconsin State Fair this year. If you do go, I hope you have a great time. Well, thank you, Fishholic. Appreciate that. Hello, XSE Bix. How are ya? Salmon stuff, smoking some boneless ribs for me and the kiddos. Loving the new daily missions. New for me. Yeah, that's true. That they did implement that not too long ago, actually. But yeah, it is a nice addition. I'm looking forward to the new beginner series with the daily missions, because that will be some new stuff, eh? New way to gain some XP and money, I hope. What's the anniversary event? I haven't heard about this, and more importantly, will it give me loads of XP? We will see. But basically, it's going to take us from, I assume, Lone Star Lake up to every single location in Fishing Planet. You essentially complete the mission at a certain location, and it gives you the next mission at another location. And it gives you a pond pass. So, say you're level 50, you've just unlocked Weeping Willows. Well, if you complete the mission for Weeping Willows, it will give you another mission and a pond pass to go to Blue Crab Island. And then you go to Blue Crab Island and you can try to complete the mission there, even with your level 50 gear. So it is kind of unique in that way. But you know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I was about to say, if you don't complete it this year, maybe you complete it next year, but I honestly don't know if that's the case. It's probably, it might be a month-long event. I really don't know how long it's going to last. But I hope everyone gets out there and tries to catch a bunch of fish and complete as much of it as they can, because it looks like it's going to be fun. I don't know what some people at level 50 are going to do when they get to Marone River and stuff like that. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to handle those fish, but good luck to you. And beyond, you know. If you can't handle the catfish at Marone River, you're certainly not going to be able to handle a giant Nile perch or something like that. You've been talking to this girl that you work with and you really like her. We both talk a lot and we will lightly flirt sometimes, but she always talks to me and I really want to learn more about her. Okay, nice. Cool, cool. Would you ever do a catch-all series? You know, we did for a bit. We had some Gotta Catch 'Em All episodes where we caught every fish at a location, but just kind of lost interest. I just really don't have a lot of time to do any videos at the moment. So until I get everything else in my life figured out and anytime I have spare time, I end up working on it. So once it's all finished, I'll be able to move on. And you'll all know about it because I'll have a little 15-second ad segments in all of my videos letting you know what I've been working on for the past 3 years. I'm super excited about it. Just don't want to reveal it until it's all finished. Imagine this many dudes stacked up on a hole in real life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, there's other places, so we got a whole lake here. You know, we don't all have to be here. That's what the feeling would be. We put that big old large minnow on a 9-aught hook and we're still catching little 10-pounders. That's why I just think any hook above 7-aught is just a waste of time. I think if there's a unique there, it's going to go for the 7-aught. Anything higher than that, yeah, I don't know. We don't get scheduled together very often, so tomorrow I was going to ask if she was down to hang out on Monday. I feel like I'm overcomplicating. I'm scared to make a fool out of myself. Yeah, I mean, find out what she's into, right? Does she like coffee? Does she like doing... Find somewhere where it's like... It's easy to go out. I mean, if you're... I guess that maybe not the best. If you're scheduled together, probably the two of you... leaving at the same time probably wouldn't be good. But if there's ever a time where, you know, they get off at a certain time or whatever, and you take them out for some lunch or something like that, you know, just find out what they're into. Maybe morning they want to get coffee or something like that. I don't know. You don't have to overcomplicate it, but I would definitely find a neutral territory to go to versus like, yo, you want to hang out at my place? Like, I can be a bit forward. I don't know. Some people are into that. I've been with the same girl for, good God, 14 years. So I really can't say much as far as dating goes. But yeah, that's what I would say anyway. Maybe someone else has better recommendations. What a place to make money. Owen goes, I caught a massive channel cat on mud water and did not get a big enough keep net. Oh no. Well, I'll tell you what, you will get bigger channel cats than that mud water in the future, so don't worry about it. Haven't been here in a while. Well, I'm glad you made it. You know, ZK Outdoors. Fish on, fish on. The bites are getting a little bit slower, I want to say. Maybe we should be casting. Well, we have 9 more minutes, and then we're going to move on to San Joaquin. So if you're getting bored of me catching pike, then just hold on for 9 more minutes, and we're going to change it up. We are going to change it up. 10,000. 10,600 grams. Just joking. 10.6 pounds. Oh, what is your favorite monster in the game? Good question. You know, I've always been a fan of the Terror Tarpon. I always thought that was fun. The Gourmet Bass is also a good one. I'm just saying, I was to say I was a little disappointed with the amount of views we got on the latest horror stories. Fishing Planet horror stories would be an understatement. I worked very hard on putting all the special effects in and everything like that, so that was pretty cool. I even talked my wife into voicing one of the characters in the latest horror stories for the last Halloween. So if you haven't watched the zombie catfish and the gourmet bass episodes, I'd say maybe give them a listen if you enjoy listening to a spooky story. I thought it was pretty cool. I even voiced Walt Disney, so that was pretty neat. I mean, the one episode takes place at Disney, so I don't know. They were very creative, I thought, anyway. So if you enjoy Spooky Story, check them out. But the gourmet bass is a fun one. I always enjoyed the design of that fish, and that's kind of where the Spooky Story came from. Was just trying to think of how a fish like that could be created. Terra Tarpon's a fun one with all the hooks. I don't know. I think when I look at the monster fish, I can just come up with a random spooky story for them and how the origin of them, you know? And that's where a lot of those spooky stories came from. So give them a watch if you haven't watched them. Or I guess they're more of a listen, not much of a watch. If you watch them, it's just going to be the same screen over and over again. Can't wait for the reveal. I can't either. The Xbox update just released today. Ooh. The update for the anniversary event coming out. Am I in a random room? I am not in a random. I'm in a friends only room. But the friends only room might be full at the moment. We got a few 20-pounders on a 9/0 and large minnow. Gotta be a skill. Oh, it's gotta be a skill issue. Talent is lacking here. That's just what it is, man. You hit the nail on the head there. Well, I hope everything works out well. I know whatever it is going to be great. You work so hard, it will pay off. Well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. We will just see. First time ever doing it, so. First time for everything, though, you know. You also made a club named 10 Pound Bass Club. Ooh, very nice. When are you starting the next beginner series? Yeah, when I get everything else done. So, hopefully here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I think. Another 10-pounder. Have any spots for blue cats? Yes, I do. Easiest place, we got 5 minutes. Let me show you. Easiest place to catch blue cats on St. Croix. Go out on the anniversary kayak here. Easiest place to catch blue cats on St. Croix is to take a kayak from the boat dock and head out to the little floating platform out here. See if she wanted to grab something to eat. Just something. It's kind of my first time doing this, so I'm nervous. It's understandable, man. But you know what? If they weren't a catch, then you wouldn't be nervous. So that's a good thing. I don't know. Sometimes girls think the whole nervous thing's cute, so it's gonna work out. Don't worry about it. All right, so you just set up here. Can't recall what to use. Catfish bait. Medium cut bait, large minnows. Let's just throw on some large minnows. On some bottom rods. I'm doing this for you. Let's throw on some 5/0 hooks, maybe. Hopefully I can catch one in the remaining 3 minutes here. We're literally just gonna throw right off the platform and let it sink all the way down. And then just cross our fingers that we catch something in 3 minutes. Can I do random at the Sturgeon Grind? Why would I do that? Because I'm out of friends? There's one more spot. We'll shed a few more when we get to San Joaquin. Can we do a Nipro beginner video? I can't seem to find any fish. I really, I don't know. I don't really find any fish there either. That's why I don't go there. I think it wasn't there the first time we went through the game, and then the second time, like, I just didn't see a need to go there. So, So then I skipped it again. I'm not sure. Love the videos, Bo. Great job. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Well, I certainly try. Now, muskie just fishing for pike was 1 muskie for like 300 pike. There you go. See, that used to happen to me more often when I first started playing. But I haven't done that in a while. Oh, jingle jangle. Jingle jangle. Watch it be a sturgeon or something. Yep. So yeah, I mean, they're not super hard to catch. You just have to have the right size hook and the bait and just toss it over the side, you know? There they are. They're there. You can catch them. So good luck. Taking some screenshots of that cool sunset. All right, with that out of the way, I think we better start to make our way over to San Joaquin, everybody. So let's go ahead and leave. $36,698 Eenies and 9,218 XP wouldn't be too bad for someone at level 30, you know? So that is fantastic. That is why St. Croix is great, you know? Do you know if there's going to be any sales on DLCs for the update? I really don't. No, I don't. I know that there's a deal on the Pro Angler Sport Bundle at the moment, but that's it. That's all I know. Let's go ahead and head to San Joaquin. Stinkier bait, the better. Gonna be any sales? Do you know if you'll do the next beginner series as free to play or no? You know, it'll really just kind of be a combination of random things. I hope to spend multiple videos at different locations, and part of it is going to be using different DLCs just to show off, you know, how you can use it at different locations. So no, it probably won't be free to play, but at the same time, we probably won't use premium either. At least for a good majority of it. I'm just going to kind of play it realistically, like I would. You know, at a certain point in Fishing Planet, it is hard to go forward. And if you were considering buying premium, I'll tell you when to buy it. And I think that's valuable information, even if you're playing free. Just don't buy it if you don't want to buy it. But for those people who do want to buy something, you know, it's good information to have, I guess. So we are finally here, everybody. Jaron becoming a greenhorn. Thank you. Appreciate that. And joining the club, eh? And you from there casting toward the rocks, eh? Ooh. So here we are. We made it. We are going to switch to nighttime. Nighttime. Actually, we might be able to catch a few on 8 p.m. Might regret this. We might just go through this real quick and end up spending a bait coin, but don't follow everything I do. Let's just go with that. Sometimes you don't need to do the random things I do. We're going to put some 4/0 hooks on here. In fact, we have some X-Series hooks we can put on here. X-Series. Little man uses regular series. We've got X-Series for big men. And then literally just going to toss it off. Toss it off the side here. See how it does. Love listening to the monster fish stories. Close to October gets me excited to catch a new monster. Always try to catch one every year. Oh man, absolutely. Well, I love catching them during Halloween as well. So I think that's the most fun time to do it for sure. Very nice. Our first white sturgeon here. Good detail. $3,000 and 45 pounds. So that is why it's so important to get the larger keep net, because if you did not have the 45-pound keep net, you wouldn't have been able to keep that one or this one at 53 pounds. Hot dang, man. We're killing it. £46, 53 pounds. So like I was saying, the one keep net only goes to 44 pounds. And then the next keep net that you need to buy has a max single fish weight of 55 pounds. So if you did not have that 55-pound keep net, you would not have been able to keep this 53-pounder or any of these, quite frankly. 46 and 45 pounds. But that is... I mean, that's a quick $9,000 and 1,100 some XP in 5 minutes or less. That's 4 minutes, including travel over here and all that. So, not too bad. Sturgeon are fun and high paying. That's for sure. Any luck would be an Atlantic salmon. Ooh. You love Fishing Planet, Levi says. I like Fishing Planet. I love it. I'll go ahead and say it. I love it. ELE. Everybody love everything. I love Lamp. I love Fishing Planet. The famous Sturgeon Grind, of course. The infamous. What lake was the last one you just moved from? We went from St. Croix to San Joaquin. The two S's of EESS. Recently bought the Japan DLC. Do you have any advice on where the best spot to catch yellowfin tuna? You know, if you catch the last live stream we watched, if you watch the last live stream we made, good God. Where we fished for tuna, and just fish in general at Kaiji no Ri, that will give you some good spots. They're about halfway through. We left our first location to go to the second location, and we were catching lots of tuna there, yellowfins and whatnot. So, would definitely recommend checking out that live stream. You are the best angles. Thank you. Better than that Boge angles. All they do is sell chicken. I've never seen them catch a fish. You can't friend me. It's because my friend requests are free again, or are full again. I said I would get rid of a few people. Let me get rid of 3 or 4. I wish I could filter this by amount of time played. That way anyone that's like, they haven't played for over a year or something like that, I could just easily shed them away. Keep on catching 8-pound carp and 2-pound smallmouth. Well, what are you doing there? Are you using duck muscle meat? Been great, can't complain about it. Top notch, Kurt. What did you do with the free-to-play account? We actually reset it to do the next series, because we're kind of doing it with Fishing Planet. How are you getting 3,000? I'm only getting 2,000. We might have premium on this account. Yeah. We have premium. Premium on this account. Oh, I heard the jingle jangles though. 34 pounder. Look at you leveling up like crazy here. You're using duck muscle meat, peas, and a red spoon. That would explain it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any on sale DLCs. I really don't. I never know anything like that. Gonna head out for the night. Thank you for the advice. Well, I'll see you next time, brother. Take care. You as well, and good luck, man. 3 fish at once. How are you getting 3,000? I have 168 hours on Fishing Planet. I don't know how many hours I have on Fishing Planet. Should we check? I have. Oh gosh. Is this a brag, or is it something we should be sad for? Let me just go ahead and I'll Google how many days this is. Wow. We have spent over 2 months of our life playing Fishing Planet. I have 64 days of Fishing Planet on record. You caught your first 1,000-pound swordfish today. Nice. It's a good size fish, eh? That's nothing. I play RuneScape. Yeah, there you go. Oh, man, for the longest time, I really wanted to get back into RuneScape and do a video on fishing, but I just kept saying to myself, like, there was no way I was going to get to 99 fishing. I don't know. Would be a heck of a video, though. 1 to 99 fishing. If there was a RuneScape video I would do for this channel, that would be it. Taven States, how's it going? Just got a 55-pound sturgeon, and with premium, I only got 800 XP. Is your rods too strong? I guess they want to fish St. Croix other than pike. Be ready for the brown trout. They buy everything, it seems. Really? What should I use then? I just use the same rods I've got. Heavy chasers, man. 524 hours. How'd you reset Fishing Planet account? I work with Fishing Planet, so I had Fishing Planet reset the account. They don't really do that for other people. Just a perk of the job, I guess. Got 1,100 hours in Fishing Planet, which isn't bad compared to my 5,500 in War Thunder. War Thunder, is that... I'm trying to remember. Is that a plane game? Or is that a War of Tanks? Isn't that a tank game? Whereas War Thunder, is that the ship game? I'm trying to recall. I know there's like a plane game, a ship game, and a tank game. I can't keep them straight. Touch all the grass I know. There you go. You can do aerial fishing with Hunter. With Hunter? What is that? I don't know what that is. Call of Duty, I got close to 2,000. COVID was a rough time. Oh, man. What's up, Stefan? Fan. Think PC Fishing Planet is easier in your opinion? Yeah, you think so? Well, I can certainly tell you this. We're certainly not getting any bites. Although we just switched time. Get these rods thrown back out and see if we can get some. I just gotta shake things up real quick. Shake it up. Using a 50-pound rod? I don't know. These are 59-pound rods. Let me check XP wise. You said you got 900 XP, or what'd you say you got? Because I got 560 and 650 for mine, so. With the dollarini, thank you, appreciate it. BWKXO, appreciate it, thank you. 44-pounder. All ships. Oh, it's all of them. Ships, tanks, and planes. Well, I'm just behind on the times, man. Oh no, I can't keep up with all this stuff these days. Currently in Sturgeon Grind, I'm level 45. What is your opinion on trying to carp fish in Nipro once I unlock that until level 48? Give it a try, man. I've never tried it myself, so I really don't know. But if it ends up working out, you know, let me know, and maybe we'll make it more of a standard thing to do. Got a few hundred on RF4. I got you. And 9,000 hours on CSGO. Oh my goodness. Golly, good golly. Caught only one uni carp after literally over 100 fish in Weeping Willows, and it wasn't even 50 pounds. What is the deal, man? We had a live stream there the other night, and I don't know how many uniques we caught during that live stream. 30. Just beginning your journey as a fishing planet fetus. I hope not. That doesn't spell well for most people then. 2 months of gameplay. Finish the night with some Ark Ascended. I have never played I used to play Ark back in the day with my brother, but we haven't played that. We haven't played Ark for a long time, I should just say. 68, 70, and 81. You only get 400 to 600 XP. Sounds about right. Unexpected. Would have thought you would be in like level 110 rank. Yeah, no. I spend all of my time playing on low-level locations and stuff like that, making videos, so no. I mean, that makes sense for most people, right? You just continue working on the next level and doing that sort of thing, but like, I feel like I would just get bored trying to do that. Close to the start of the Sturgeon Grind, I will be level 41, so I'll have cat boxers unlocked. Should I get just one and fish from the kayak, or get two and fish from land with the rod stand? How strong is the cat boxer? I can't recall. But yeah, I mean, depending upon what the fight time will be, it could be beneficial to do two on a rod stand. 41-pound carp. Ooh. What country would I like to see Fishing Planet add? I would love to see them add Australia, which is a continent and a country. But yeah, I'd love to see Australia. I'd also love to see India. I don't know. There's a few different places I'd like to see. Just sent me a friend request? Okay, I'm looking. I'm looking. Got you, John. I got ya. bite is slowing down. I have to rejuvenate the bite here. White moose, what to use on bottom there for big trout? Natural eggs might be okay. Different bugs might be alright. Is what I would probably try. Natural eggs would be a good one. Yeah, you could probably get away with shiners as well. I bet lake trout and stuff would go after that. $39-pounder. They seem to just be biting along the edge here. What would everyone else like to see added? Catching bear money in Australia would be sick. I agree. Anyone else have any specific locations they'd like to see in the game? Mafia. Thank you. Appreciate it. Max since a couple days, but I still find joy in lower level mode. My favorites are Falcon and New Lone Star and the Amazon. Yeah, there you go. Faroe Islands would be cool with uni Atlantic salmon. Interesting, yeah. Hadn't considered that. Hi, little boy. 33-pound white sturgeon. We're getting a visit from little Oslo right now. How you doing? You doing okay? You want to say hi to everyone? Give you a treat? Hmm? Huh? Oh, we like treats, don't we? Oh, yeah. Here, let's see. When's the last time we saw Oslo? It's been a bit. Been a bit. Come here, bud. Want to say hi? Oh. Want to say hi? You having a good day? Yeah. Did we go on a walk this morning? He says, the treat jar is over there, Dad. Actually, if you want to just go get the treats, that'd be great. I don't really like what we're doing here. I don't get it. What are we doing? What are we doing? Huh? All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, he dropped it. We're good. I got dog hair in my mouth. Cat boxers have a 42-pound load. Yeah, I still think that's probably okay. I think 2 cat boxers. That way, if you get a little bit of a fight on your hands, it's still manageable. And you could probably juggle 2 cat boxers at that point. I think that would do better than 1 in a kayak. In or around China. That could be interesting. Kept some, what is it, the yellow cheek? Is that one of the Mekong catfish? The yellow cheek? I think those are 2 pretty big fish that are out there. Yeah, I feel like China's way underdiscovered as far as the fish that are there. I know that they're a big, like, fish-eating country, but might just have to go to some places where there's just not as many people or something like that. There's probably native snakeheads and stuff in there as well. I don't know. An exploratory fishing mission in China would be interesting. That's for sure. These sturgeon are biting as often as real life, it seems. Yeah, the bite rate's not very high, is it? We got real lucky with some 50-pounders in the very beginning, and now we're just catching 30-pounders. Fishing Planet cross-platform PC PlayStation? No, they did not. And they probably won't either. You want them to add a South African map? The world record bull shark being caught there. That could be cool. I really thought that they were going to add South Africa when they had mentioned a place with more sharks and stuff like that. I really thought, oh, South African place with lots of sharks. That could be cool. Have a big great white shark jumping up out of the water or something like that. You're going on a hunting and fishing trip to New Zealand, South Holland after watching your videos. What's your thought on going for swordfish and shark? Could be cool. I know that there's some great saltwater fishing out in New Zealand as well. Yeah. Just wasn't something we could experience while we were there. I know that there's also like opportunities to get, you know, like lobster and stuff like that as well. Good lobster trapping or whatever you want to call it out there. So that could be kind of a cool experience. I don't know. If you find a good charter guide or something like that, I would just ask, you know, what are the options? You could do a 2-day trip where you go out and do some fishing and set some lobster. They're not called traps. What are they called? Lobster pots? Something or other. You know, set some, and then the second day when you go out fishing again, you go see if you catch any lobsters. That could be kind of neat. I don't know. I like thinking like, oh, that would make for an interesting video. But it could make for an interesting experience as well. You know, I've never trapped lobsters, so just to be able to tell someone, oh yeah, I've done that. That's, yeah, New Zealand of all places. That could be a cool experience, I think. 35.529 PB Uni Pike. She. Let's go. Very nice. That's awesome. Thanks for the sub there. Do you have a date yet for the next beginner series? I think they should add the Caribbean. Caribbean would be kind of neat, eh? Yeah. I can see that. Has some big barracuda in the reefs or something. That would be neat for like a saltwater location that's kind of at a lower level. You know, somewhere in like the high 50s or low 60s or something like that. Just to have people be able to go somewhere. Maybe after Blue Crab, you have the Caribbean Reef or something like that. That could be kind of neat. Have some Goliath grouper or something that go up to 200 pounds or something. Trophy grouper. On the hunt for the elusive 100-pound drum. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Do you need a spot rod to catch fish at Weeping Willows, or do the method feeders work just as well? The method feeders can work. Off the top of my head, I'm not really sure what you could use to catch a good amount of them, but they do work. You can catch fish on them. We are going to change the time. I'm getting too caught up reading the chat, and I'm not catching enough fish. Got to stay on the ball. Getting nibbles. $42-pounder there. Isn't like very open to like the fauna there. Would be amazing to see some of the somewhat unique species of fish to there. Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree. And it's such a big place too. It kind of be like, oh, I wonder what kind of fish are in the United States. It's like, well, what part of the United States, you know? I mean, there's going to be different fish depending upon where you are. And the same thing goes for China. I'm sure whatever's in the southern tip of China, you know, or southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, like I'm sure there's going to be different fish depending upon where you are. So, yeah, could be really interesting to see. That's for sure. 49-pounder there. I don't know if this is my 6-rod or my 7-rod. That was my 7-rod. Or my 6-rod. 7. That was a 7. Getting confused. How do I use a crankbait in Fishing Planet? I kind of just move it up and down. I don't have a crankbait on me. I do have a crankbait on me. Let me So I'm not sure we're going to catch anything on it. But this is just kind of how I work a crankbait in Fishing Planet anyway. Because you have to think that fish are attracted to a lure depending upon the depth that they're at. So in shallow areas, you know, they might be attracted by a lure, and it doesn't even have to be, you know, if they're attracted by anything that's 3 feet within them or something like that. Look at that. We didn't even change anything. We caught a fish. You know, if it's 7 feet deep and fish are attracted by anything within 5 feet of them, I mean, you just need to be basically below the water line and you'll catch everything, right? A little striped bass. Striped bass models are fantastic in this game. What do you mean the bait was pulled too far away? We didn't even hear anything. But essentially, all I try to do when I have a crankbait in Fishing Planet is I toss it out there, and then, so this looks like it's about 12 feet deep. This is a 6-foot crankbait, so you can see I'm going, when I'm just reeling it in constantly, it's about mid-water level. So we know this is about 11, 12 feet deep. So basically, if I could switch crankbaits so that I was using a 12-foot diver, or a 10-foot diver or something like that, and that would allow me to go deeper. But otherwise, usually when I'm using a crankbait, I just reel it down till it hits its bottom part. So that's 6 feet deep, and then I let it float back up. And then I just continue to do that kind of motion. Let it go all the way down, come back up, go all the way down, come back up. And it's just kind of a zigzag. And depending upon the water level or the water depth that you're dealing with, this just allows you to hit every depth that the fish might be in. So if they're way low, then you're just going to work it till it's way low. If they're up higher, then you're going to work it. You're going to let it go all the way back up to the top so that they see it up at the top. So that's just kind of what I keep in mind when I'm using a crankbait. Put it away, you crazy. Sangles now from Africa, Congo-ish area. Interesting. Is that a type of fish in your aquarium or what, Octron? Bichir sangles. What are we talking about? Pots. Want them to add giant freshwater stingrays. Stingrays could be cool. I agree. Eating steak with chopsticks. That must be fancy. You eating some fancy steak? A 34-pounder. How's the night been? Not too bad. Just catching some fish, man. Caught some pike, and then we moved on to sturgeon, and now we're just catching some sturgeon. Musky golem grinding is better than sturgeon? Oh yeah? Is that grinding muskies with the musky golem lure, or what? It would be interesting to see, eh? You're gonna go for carp now. All right, John. So much locations, but if we could spend money to go trap bait fish, that would be very cool. I get it. They make microchips off that stuff, but still could work it in. Yeah, no, I mean, they've talked about that for a long time. Amsterdam. Hey, enjoy your night. Thank you. I appreciate that, my friend. Greatly. Well, thank you. And 2 sunglasses. We're fishing at nighttime, which is the perfect time to wear sunglasses, of course. So yes. Can do anywhere Jeremy Wade has gone and have a challenge to catch everything he caught in the game. Yeah, that would be cool. I agree. The River Monsters Challenge. Lobster pots, yeah. What is better about the sturgeon in San Joaquin versus St. Croix? Just better everything, man. They need to update the bull shark model. It's hideous. Hideous. It doesn't really give off a vibe that it's a rough shark, does it? Kind of just looks very glistening. Not getting any bites on bottom. Oh, man. Christy Stevens broke. Here we go. Here we go. £48 sturgeon. I'll take that. Trying to work our way back up to 50 pounds. You're close to sand now, and the Croix grind has been real. Well, if you thought the Croix grind was real, then you better hold on to your hat when it comes to sturgeon. Find a good show. Find a show with a lot of seasons. You ever watch Game of Thrones? You ever watch Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad or Breaking Bad? Because you could probably watch both of those shows by the time you finish San Joaquin's grind. No, I really don't know. But I would definitely recommend finding a good TV show to stream while you play. You'd finish the Jurassic Park saga and then move on to the Star Wars saga. Watch both the Jurassic Park and Star Wars sagas. Watch Lord of the Rings trilogy. Watch the Hobbit trilogy. And then look down and be like, holy crap, I'm only level 38. What the heck happened? Where has the time gone? I was 36 when I came here. Heck. Hello, Pickle Plays. How are ya? The alien sunglasses are coming on. Things are getting real. Fishing Planet had said multiple times that they had considered adding the alien sunglasses to Fishing Planet. But they still haven't done it. It was gonna be a nod to yours truly, but we'll just have to wait and see if it ever becomes a thing. Yes, no, as the swimming fossil, they look like a fish, lizard, eel. I will post pics on the Discord soon. Oh, cool. Very nice. What time is it for me? It is 9:06, so we got another 24 minutes in game. Hey, Bo, how's it going, Levi? You look alike now from the movie Paul. What are we talking? You look alike now from the movie Paul. I look alike now from the movie Paul. What are we talking about? Oh, the alien from Paul with the alien sunglasses? I get you. I'm with you now, Amsterdam. Just takes me a little bit. Takes me a little bit to catch up. You didn't join the tournament? No, I don't play tournaments. Just doesn't strike my fancy. Doesn't strike my fancy. Croix grind is fun. Yeah, definitely a lot of fish, right? Whereas San Joaquin is more like a focus on timing. If nothing's happening, you gotta change the time. You gotta be quick about it. Definitely takes a bit more focus than just standing there waiting for a float to go down or something like that. Tried the poke slasher for hours in real life and even asked your Discord, but I just gave up. The pike slasher in an emerald? Yeah, that guy's a pain in the butt. He's a more of a pain of a butt when when you have face paint on and all that sort of stuff. But even then, he's still a bit of a pain in the butt. Don't get bottom bites. I double check my hook sizes often. I'm off. If not, I switch baits and or time. There you go. Perfect. That's exactly what you need to do. A map in Mozambique or Thailand would be really good maps to fish on the beach. Ooh, yeah. Thailand, you'd also have, like stingrays and snakehead and stuff like that. That could be kind of neat. Giant snakehead. Cool, colorful fish. Where are you at? We're at San Joaquin, man. Gonna give me some, you're gonna give me some marks? I don't need marks. Thank you, though. I never accept marks. For the most part. I'd say 99% of marks people send me, I just delete. It's a visual thing for me. I mean, I know where the sturgeon are, so I don't need to put a mark down where they are. I very rarely put marks down. If there was an easy way, is there an easy way? I don't know. Hide markers. See, if there was a way to just hide markers, maybe I'd mark more, but I just don't. I don't like having lots of stuff about in the water. Same time here in Oklahoma, Central Time Zone, man. Nicola, hello, hello. Hope if they come out with a new map, I hope tiger sharks can be added. Ooh, yeah. You're fishing white moose right now, would be cool. DG squared in the house. Amsterdam, we need a big fish, my friend. I agree. I agree. We caught the biggest fish we could probably catch here when we first got here. Within the first 3 fish, we caught a 54-pound sturgeon. And that was pretty much as big as we can get them. Yeah, bites have been slow. They've been slow. We'll just reel in, toss back out, just to mix things up a bit. Paul Walker returned with a beard? I think that's what he's saying, yes. Paul Walker returned with a beard. I'll also accept the white ice cube. That's also an acceptable comparison. What else? What other doppelgangers could we have? Going fishing a few hours to catch carp to use as bait for a 6-foot sharp-toothed catfish. Ooh, that could be interesting. You're at the Congo finally. Nice. Well done. Congrats. Can you redo the task to get the bait line for a monster if you lost said bait line? If you delete said bait and line, it should prompt you with a mission to redo it. Yes. If you've completely lost it. Yeah. I'm so sick of San Joaquin. I can't wait to get out of here soon. I'm so close. See, that's what I'm talking about. When people are always like, is Taman at level 48 really the way to go? I just think, like, if you're asking yourself that, I don't think you've spent enough time at San Joaquin. because you should be driven crazy by the amount of time you have to stay at San Joaquin. That's why it's a sturgeon grind. It's a badge of honor for those people who have made it through it. You need a pumpkin seed at White Moose. Ooh, yeah. You're in Oklahoma, eh? Oh, nice. Levi, hello. Goodness gracious, I'm getting a little tired. Tarpoon's back. You're fishing every GUI. GUI. Guidance. GUI. That's gonna bug me. Graphical user interface. That's what it is. Alright, we're changing time. You betcha. You finally got Kanik Creek. Very nice. You're fishing the Everglades. Very cool. That's a fun place. Lots of fish there. Compared to our current situation, we would be catching lots of bass. What's the grizzly claw spinner good for at White Moose? I don't know. Yeah, you should catch some salmon, I would think. Or a lake trout, maybe. Splake might go for it. Give it a few casts and see if you catch anything. Wouldn't miss a stream if you can help it? Well, I appreciate that, sir. Is live if you fish in real life. Do I ever do a live stream fishing in real life? Is that what we're asking? I tried one time and the camera overheated, and so I haven't tried since then. 36 pounder. You're a bearded Kevin James, or I've been told an Uncle Cracker. Don't mind me while I segue myself out. That's awesome. You know, I don't think I know who Uncle Cracker looks like. I gotta look up a photo of him. That's funny. Kevin James is a good one. I guess I could see myself looking a bit Kevin James like as well, so that's all right. Any bearded, heavy white guy kind of has a Kevin James vibe about them in a way. Oh, it's funny. Yeah. Let's see. Uncle Cracker, there he is. Okay. Yep. That's funny. I've never known what he looked like. That's funny. I've always heard the name, but yeah, I never saw what he looked like. That's my 7-rod. Massive fan of the free-to-play series. Hey, right on. Appreciate that. Well, hopefully it's been working out. DG squared, LOL, yes. What's your favorite map? Oh, I tend to like Blue Crab Island. I'm a big fan of Blue Crab Island. Just a bit tropical. Kind of is like the location where if I had grown up in an area like that, I would have spent a lot of time out there fishing. But I grew up in the middle of the United States where it was nowhere close to the ocean. So I don't know. Anytime I go to Blue Crab, it just makes me happy. Fishing for saltwater fish, tarpon, catching tarpon on top water. It's just fun. Just a fun place. You are in Netherlands. Come fish with me on Pike and Xander. There you go. Well, I'd love that. If I ever make my way there, I will let you know. I'll hit you up. Make sure to join the Discord and message me. That way I'll have the contact to get a hold of you. Trying to catch all the monsters recently, but for some reason I cannot catch the perch bully at Lenny Blah. It's so annoying. Really? We caught that guy on like the second or third cast, or was it the first cast? I don't even remember. It was very quick though. So is there something mediocre, like not mediocre, but is there something trivial that you haven't done? Have you not equipped the loot? Like, that's stupid to ask, but it sounds like the mission's just not getting tripped. It's not moving on to the next phase of the mission somehow. Excited to watch and play. Oh, well, thank you. Today's the sturgeon grind right now is not a good example of that, but thank you. Just kind of a lot of staring at rods, sitting in the rod stand at dark, in the dark right now. Ding, ding, ding. You can fish with your stuff. Hey, right on. Well, I'll definitely take that up. That sounds like fun to me. Every person I've ever talked to that lives in the Netherlands just says that they like riding their bike. What do you do for fun? I ride my bike. Do you do anything else that's fun? Oh, I like to read. Okay. Like to read and ride bikes. Nice. Answer I was looking for was fish. You like to fish? Nope. Just bikes and reading. So thank you for the offer. First version of that map was easy as to catch him. Are we talking about the Mad Eye Buffalo? I missed a chat somewhere, I think. Would you work for Fishing Planet? Nah, I don't think so. I'm way too busy. I do too much other stuff. I mean, I work with Fishing Planet, which is good enough for me. Kevin James in Hitch was clutch dad uncle comedy, good fun movie. I don't think I've watched Hitch. I think I've seen pieces of Hitch. Maybe I need to go back and watch that. What's the one where Adam Sandler and him are they're like they're acting gay or something, like they're husbands and they're not. Kevin. Oh, Chuck and Larry. Pronounce you Chuck and Larry. That was a good one. I enjoyed that one. I'd never watched it before, but I watched it a few months back and I thought it was hilarious. That was funny. But I'm a fan of Adam Sandler in general. I enjoy all of his stuff for the most part. You walk always around in Amsterdam City or other place with your gear. Oh, really? That's interesting. So you really are just fishing in and around there. Wow. Oh, you're talking about the Perch Bully. Oh, since they updated the map. I forgot that they updated the map for Lenny Villas as well. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry, it took me a bit to catch on to what you were talking about. How late are you planning to stream? Just for another 8 minutes. So, till 9:30 Central Time. So, we're just going to keep changing the time so we can try to keep catching fish, I guess. Well, it's really dark now. This game come from Ukraine, or say this wrong? No, yeah, they do come from Ukraine. They live in Portugal now, I believe. A lot of them do, anyway. 37-pounder. Whew! You got one. I swear this night is darker than the other ones. You're enjoying the brook trout at White Moose. You know, it's funny. I don't recall catching a lot of brook trout at White Moose, so you must be using something that's specifically targeting them. Whatever you're doing, it's working, so keep it up. Hello from Finland. 5:23 a.m. here, getting ready to go to work while listening to your old lives. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. Oh, Finland. We'll have to go on some sort of trip in Finland someday. Go hunting or something like that. Fishing trip in Finland. 37-pound white sturgeon. Tell you what, man, we caught those first real big fish when we first got here, and we have not caught another one. Yeah. Some of the developers have, at least one of them, maybe two, have been killed in the war in Ukraine, which is sad, for sure. What did I think of New Zealand? New Zealand's beautiful. I love New Zealand. Before we even left, we were like looking up how much houses were there and stuff like that, because it's just it's such a pretty place. It's 4:24 in the morning in Netherlands, eh? Goodness gracious. Just a little bit further west, eh? First times in your life, mind if you join. You can join, however, we're only going to be live for another 5 minutes. But glad you made it, all the same. And it's really slow right now. We're not catching many fish. It's 10:25 here. Oh, you're on the East Coast, eh? You bought every ocean pack. $315 in the bin? My goodness gracious. You hate the war? Yeah. They hate it too. So they're right along with you there, man. They just want to go back to their homes, I think. I know that we've had Andrew on our lives in the past, and he just tells me how, like, you just can remember fishing areas as you were growing up, and he would tell me about like how he would go fishing, and he had good spots for zander and Wells catfish and stuff like that, and ever since he moved to Portugal, like, he hasn't been able to go back to his favorite fishing spots. So it's kind of sad. It's a silly thing to be sad about, but in the grand scheme of things, but it's one of the, I guess it's kind of similar to like if you grew up hunting on land and then they sold it to someone and you're like, well, I guess I'll never be able to hunt there ever again. Except it's because of a war, so it's even worse. 51.37 pounds on that white sturgeon, $3,600. Nice. Not too bad. Anytime you get a sturgeon over 50 pounds, it's not bad. Not a bad fish. Love my vids. They are the best. Thank you, Levi. You already got my friend? You'll be quick? Good. Quick. Went to get a package and my fish is still on. Fantastic. That fish is just well hooked. It ain't leaving. How many rods can you stuff on the boat? That's a good question. There is a C. Wish you could be I am your friend. Symbolic friend. Digital friend. Online friend. What boat holds the most? I don't know. I think they all hold the same amount of rods and reels. You know, I do not know that, Renee. This guy's taking out some line. We have another 54-pounder on. Would be nice. That would be nice. 43-pounder. You faked this out. Can we get one more fish in the last minute? I don't know. You don't have much money in game? That happens to the best of us, eh? But you work your way back up, eh? That's what happens. Good night, Bowen, everyone. Sleep well. Amsterdam, thank you again. Goodness gracious. Slinging money our way. My goodness. Well, thank you. I appreciate that greatly. Have a nice night, and I guess it will be morning for you not too long. So have a great morning as well. Take care. Hopefully we'll see you next live stream. But everyone, I think that's going to do it for this week's live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I was kind of slow towards the end there, but we started off with a bunch of pike. But this is just kind of the Pike and Sturgeon grind. You definitely have to keep up. I don't know, man. Sturgeon were real slow. But the good thing is that you can switch times of night real quick. So, I mean, still quick $13,000. I'm not sure how much. It would be interesting to see how much. I'd have to go back and count it all up, I guess, to see how well we did. But yeah, I think it would come pretty close, to be quite honest. Awesome live stream. See you next week. Thank you, Officialholic. I appreciate it. Hopefully see you next week as well. See ya, Jared. See ya, Gibson. Take care, everyone. And as always, remember, we'll see if this outro goes on the first time this try. It does not. Fantastic. Awesome playing with you. You as well. One game on. We're one planet, one family. Let's try that one more time. Game on.